So that's the receptor that's being targeted, because that's the one that's governed, especially with like PTSD cases. That's what's like modulating the sympathetic parasympathetic nervous system dysregulation. And so when you work with like a serotonin 2A, that's modulating your fight or flight system, that system that governs fight or flight. So you can get that reset like back in balance. And then the serotonin 1A is freeze collapse. So you have fight or flight and freeze collapse. Those are the two systems that are governing sort of the processes that are going on. And so when you breathe in, you activate your sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight or flight. Serotonin 2A receptors are being modulated. And when you exhale, it activates your parasympathetic nervous system. So that's your freeze collapse nervous system. That's it's agonizing your vagus nerve, which is relaxing it. And the vagus nerve is the one that's sort of like, think of like a snake coils up to constrict, to strike. That's what's in people, right? Their stuff is coiled, and especially in the high risk community, or trauma community or whatever, where people are having PTSD, is like, it's the fear, and it creates tension because it's fear, and self-protection is the last resort. So when people are stuck in these worlds that have lived through these lives, like their inner spirit is sort of like constricted, ready to strike, because that's their last line of defense. And so a compound that goes in there and agonizes it and chills it out, relaxes that part of them, and they go into like the rest digest phase, which is parasympathetics, like relax. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fight. Sort of surrender into life. And then the fear sort of goes away. So then people are able to function without that resistant sort of hyper awareness, right? And especially veterans. So, we've seen so many people, especially with the communities that we serve, just shift completely, like able to sit with their backs towards the doors and just, not have the head on the swivel. It's nice. It's nice to see that. And then like classic psychedelics, like say, mushrooms, LSD, they work in the sympathetic nervous system by like really sort of like over stimulating it so much where it almost like pops through the membrane. It's like a full reset, right? And that's really good for like the sensory information, right? That's where you get like synesthesia with working with those, like, because it's working through that system, right? Sight, sound, hearing, all that stuff gets crossed up in that process, and that confusion like helps you forget what orange looks like, or what fruit tastes like, right? It resets all that stuff, which is amazing and beautiful.